Hello YouTube, Nalina here, and I am back with another speed build. This speed build is for the idea that I had with my alien storyline that I mentioned when I created my simulation alien character. I think I had mentioned like this huge idea, and I think that idea was born from when I was looking at some challenges. There was an alien, was it alien? I don't remember. It had to do with, I'll tell you the general idea. It had to do with your character having come from somewhere and they had to start brand new from scratch. I don't remember the challenge and I should have looked it up. I didn't actually expect myself to get this stuck. So anyway, because the aliens came with the get together package, I've decided to take the island that we are given in Windenburg and I got rid of all of the homes and I decided to try to do um, futuristic-y alien builds. I don't think this one was too foreign looking. Actually, I think because of the storyline I gave to my character, the alien character that I created a while ago, I think it suits her just fine because even though the exterior is a little bit unusual, I hope, in a good way, even though I tried to make it as futuristic-y or alien-y as possible, or rather just interesting, more interesting. So it makes sense for her interiors to be a little bit modern, I guess we would say, because she is the character who has found herself in this strange land and she is doing very well to hide that she is not from this world and she's blending in quite well. So I was imagining initially that the island was basically blank. It was a blank slate. So that's where the aliens landed, like off the shore of the main land, of the main, yeah, of the mainlands. And so they would have come, like they would have surfaced on this island, basically. So that's where my idea was to create all these different homes. I've been wanting to do this with the roofs for a long time. As you can see, I made them kind of long and curvy. And I was satisfied, I would say, with how it came out. I wouldn't say it met my it met my general idea, but it didn't meet my exact idea. And that was because I struggle with these roofs. They don't curve in the way you would imagine. Or they kind of bend a little bit too much and it's a little bit difficult, but I tried here and so I'm pleased with the fact that I got generally what I was looking for, which was like it's not supposed to be the roof, of course. It's just supposed to be like these pillars that are holding up the house, the home. And I didn't want us to be on the ground level at all. I wanted everything to be on the second and third floor. So I gave myself kind of, because the lot is so small, I gave myself the downstairs to be kind of like a garden area. And so you can see I'm just working out a few things here, trying to figure out what I want to put down here. And that floor, I need to mention that floor. It's like this pebbly texture and it's amazing. And that's really, I just thought I have to make this house now because I need to use this floor. I need to use this floor now. It's a tile, oh no, it's a stone floor. But it's like these tiny little pebbles that I fell in love with it. And I ended up putting it in the inside of the fountains there. And then I covered up this fountain. I don't know, I must have blocked out the fact that there were stones in the water. This build actually took me quite a while to get right because I wanted it to look very specific and have certain details. So it took me a bit of a while to put together. I would like to mention as well that excuse me, that I lost the interior recording, so you'll just see the interior in the screenshots, and then you'll get a general view of the outside of the home. So right now this is just a build, and I'm trying to figure out what kind of windows I want to use. I was also trying to, as usual, be limited in my choices of items that I used. So of course I allowed myself to use freely anything that was in the get together package. I tried, I think, to steer away from like what's it called, spa day, but I think I actually, now that I think about it, I ended up using that on the inside. And you know, now that I think about it, I'm really upset that I lost or didn't save. I don't know what happened. I must have saved it in somewhere that I can't figure it out right now. But I totally lost the interior design or the furnishing portion of the video, which I'm really, really upset about now that I'm realizing that I've lost it, because I worked so hard on the inside, and I kept it just kind of, everything was white, even the character, a lot of her outfits are white if you watch that video. And so most of her furniture is white. I give the interior like a slight color. I think the only thing that has the most color ends up being the bathroom, which is like a grayish blue. So most of the stuff is like really soft grays and very pale blues, almost like a steel color. Also, I did use stuff from the bowling stuff pack because those items were so gorgeous. And I remember thinking I can finally do this build, because even though I'm like dying for alien or futuristic specific items for the game, that I believe came the closest to looking what I imagine they might have in their home. It's like, oh yeah, I actually ended up using some, I think I ended up using more than a few packs. Definitely used some items from City Living, because I really like the couches that they have. The way they bend, it's really unusual, so I really like them, and I ended up using those couches. You'll see them in the screenshots. They kind of have like this weird fold. They don't look quite soft. They look kind of metallic-y. So I chose those, and I think I want to say the bookshelves, but I know for a fact that I used the bookshelves from bowling stuff pack, which I found really weird that it has bookshelves, but I thought it was cool because that allowed for that package to be very specific, but also give you like more options, so that it's like worth buying. So you can, you know, you weren't necessarily have to buy it just for this one thing. You could just buy it and then I get these extra items that came in a specific style, which I was like, I wasn't initially gonna get that package, but once I saw the items from other simmers in the community that reviewed it, I realized that I really, really, really liked the style of that package, so I ended up buying it. And that was mainly I used the items in that pack for this home. And as you can see right now, oh, glamour stuff. I used this wallpaper. You can see the shiny wallpaper. Because again, this is meant to be like a unusual home, something you wouldn't see that much. And I think I only used it as a what you call it, when you use, like, I used it sparingly. I was gonna use the wallpaper initially on the whole home because I love that it gave it kind of that shimmer, and I pretended that it was like kind of like a glassy thing. If you saw it in the distance, it'll be kind of shiny. And I had this whole like story thing going on in my mind about reasons why I could have used it. At first I found it unusual that it was on the outside, but then I ended up really liking it, so I stuck with it. And yep. And okay, so because I didn't want her to farm, I didn't want to add any of those items here. She's from a different species. She's just got different priorities. There's things that she does because they have brain power. I wanted to give them, or her, because I've only made one character, like something to really enhance her mind. So you'll see she's got the meditation, which will be for her body and mind, then another meditation area here, or she has got the yoga and then the meditation, and then I give her a chest table in the middle of that section there. That's another thing. Just like in this spot, I try to leave a lot of space. I feel like this person wouldn't clutter up her home. Like she wouldn't see the need to have little cute items everywhere. So most of it is clean. This area, I was like, oh my goodness, how am I gonna fill this up? But then I thought, no, she doesn't need to have all these things cluttering up her space. You know, she's just got here. She's probably still trying to figure out how Sims are, like their habits and things that they're into and the way they work, as far as their thinking goes yeah. So I didn't want to clutter up too much. I did use these candles for lighting because I wanted it to be kind of a soft light. And then you'll see here again, I thought something I could do to make the space look more used up was to add a different tile, and so that's what I did there. And what are we doing here? I don't remember. I think we're just fixing up the exteriors and figuring out the layout of the home. What am I gonna put where? How much space do I need for what? I'm pretty sure that's what this one is. That's where we're at right now. So yeah, I'm just really figuring it out, the layout and everything and what I need to add. You see, I use it kind of as like a feature, that wallpaper, except I believe I did use it on the entire third floor area for the exterior. The inside is really, really pretty. Especially I love the bedroom. There's this one wallpaper we got, I think we got it with the toddler. When the toddlers arrived, there was like this tree wallpaper, and I love that wallpaper. It is an excellent accent wallpaper. Like if you just use plain walls and then you add that tree wallpaper, it's absolutely gorgeous, and it makes everything look better. So we're reaching the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed watching at least the portion of the build, and you know, the screenshots will be coming up in a few minutes. Actually, I thought I was really done, but nope. I think we just add the lighting, and then that would probably be the last thing that we do before the screenshots. There's this pretty swirly light. I never get a chance to use it, and I thought that this was the perfect moment, so I'm like really hunting it down. And I'm just like, where is this light? There it is. There it is. Okay, we found it. It's got this swirl. I think it came with, I don't know what it came with. Oh, like glamour stuff, I think. Yeah, I see the little diamond. I love that light, and I have never been able to use it because it doesn't fall in my my aesthetic. It's not something I know how to use. So this is the last portion, and here are the screenshots. Thank you for watching.